Come on in.
We can't come inside unless another woman is present?
My wife is home. Does that count?
Great.
You like pie?
Yeah.
My wife has pie in the oven.
The young women were not being ridiculous when they go into the house. Oftentimes in horror films, we're like, don't go into the house. What are you doing? It was raining. It was towards the end of the day. There was a promise that his wife was in the house. There was blueberry pie. I believe that any person in that scenario goes into that house because there's some level of we just have to trust a little bit in order to be an agent of the world. In order to get through our day, we have to trust. We have to trust that cars aren't going to hit us when we're walking across the street. If we're in a grocery store, someone's not going to walk up behind us and, stick something on our necks. Like we have to trust.
We've studied trust as much as you can study any of these really complex emotions that are an interplay of psychological and neurobiological factors. Trust is obviously a cornerstone of human relationships. We are raised and we are constantly learning about how to judge the trustworthiness of other people, how to judge our ability to detect the trustworthiness in other people, and how we're going to respond when our trust is betrayed. It's a double-edged sword. So you're right. You have to have trust in other people in the world to navigate it. But you can't have too much trust because otherwise you're going to be taken advantage of by people who are okay betraying the trust of others. But there clearly are those sociopaths, sadists, who learn how to manipulate the trust of others for their own benefit.
One of the things that I think is really fascinating that a lot of con artists do is when they're gaining your confidence, when they first meet you, they will ask you to do something for them, however simple it might be. But that act of providing somebody else an opportunity to do something helps to gain trust. So it can just be as simple as like, hey, would you hand me that pen? It's something super simple because we trust somebody who we do a favor for.
Another way to gain trust that is often manipulated is giving somebody something first. And then there is this sense of a reciprocating debt that is a form of trust that can then be manipulated. I will say, as I look back at my own life, the times when I have betrayed the trust of somebody else, whether I knew that they really trusted me or not, those are the times that I regret most. I think that's probably the sign that I'm not a psychopath, which is great. Those are the times that I regret most because I think trust is it's invaluable.
Trust is a complicated thing. And tying it back to the movie, there's an argument that the women don't go in the house until they see the wife. Those are the rules that were set up for them to keep them safe.
It's a good rule.
But I don't hold it against them that they went in. One, you should never hold anything against victims. But two, I would have made the same decision. And it is a little bit different for me because I am a 6'8", 250-pound former athlete. I don't know. If I was them, I would have gone in.
The other thing that they didn't have the advantage of is they didn't have the advantage of knowing that Hugh Grant was the villain in their movie.
Right.
Which we knew. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's any point in second-guessing that. Rules are there to keep people safe, of course.
Yeah, with Hugh Grant, you've got a 4 out of 5 chance of living. It's 4 weddings and 1 funeral.
Nice.